patent medicine bottle. Got an anchor with a shield. Beautiful, beautiful piece of property. Definitely fancy pants spoonage. Look at that. My word. Good morning to you, ladies and gentlemen. We're at a beautiful, maybe 20 acre, new little spot here. Very hilly, old stagecoach road. Who knows what we'll find? We're in between two very old towns back in the day. An old Indian road ran through here. Hopefully we'll do good, find some goodies. What do you say? How about today? Let's find something good. Well, second signal. First one was an old bullet. It was pre-1880. It didn't have the cantilures in the grooves, the little up and down lines for the gas. Got something else here. It's made out of lead. It ain't a bullet. I don't know what it is. Just a piece of lead. There's a decent bit of iron here. We just turned the machine on. Maybe we walked on a house site. Found somebody's snazzy sunglasses. There we go. Now we got a pair. What we got? Iron Man.
You can do it, Ozzy! Fight his freaking head off!
Foster Grant. That ain't a bad. It's not a cheapo Walmart brand. I mean, it's a Chinese cheapo, but it's not like super duper cheap. We'll keep them. More. No, is that pewter? That is pewter. Very chunky. Melted pewter. And there is a teeny tiny little piece of copper with like a little nubbin on it, like a little rivet. I don't know what that's for. We got copper, we got lead. We got everything in between. Well, hopefully we will. Iron, lead, nails, copper. Well, we got something interesting here, and I just broke it. It's definitely copper. I can tell that now. The way that I broke it. It's copper, but it's got writing. Silver washed. It says, add level measure of salt to water. So we're making salt water. That's got to be pretty old. Copper. Damn, I broke that. That sucks. I was trying to straighten it. Now, we're at a Frisbee golf course. We did get permission from the city to be here, so we're trying to dodge around, Frisbee golfers. There's only two of them here, but they seems like they try to follow us everywhere we're going. But now we're back to where we found that copper piece, and I just found something in the dirt here. And somebody has definitely been there before. Because look at that. That's iron against the tree. Oldie bottle. Extract. Something extract. Patent medicine bottle. Or extra something. Extract, I think. We got glass in the hole and a signal. Some beautiful pink glass. That's pre-1914. Ah, it's a pull tab. Just goes to show there's new stuff and old stuff together. Pocket knife piece. Pretty old house here. Nice old copper. Sweet. We're on it. I just cleared a piece of can slaw, swung back over, got a signal, and we got something. Right there. Look at that little guy. What kind is he? That is a button. Overall button. Kappa. I don't see anything on it. The iron kind of busted up the front there. But that's exactly what it is, a nice overall button. She's a beaut. See something round at least. Oh yeah. Morris Balto. That's from Baltimore. It's another iron back, but that's more of like a flat button design with a shank with a tin back, not so much a stud button. I'll have to look that up. Morris Balto. It's got an anchor with a shield. You might be able to find some info about that. Oh, damn. Oh, that's a cufflink. Very cool. A beautiful little cufflink. That's the part that would go in your sleeve. No, that's the part you would see. The flat pieces would be in your sleeve. There's some stoneware in the hole too. Heck yeah. And a beautiful little ant nest. Ruth got the rest of her cufflink. The part that would go in the sleeve there. Oh yes. Absolutely. A little stud hooked right there. That's the fancy part that would kind of go through. You'd see it on the bottom side, but not the top side. Either gold or silver washed. Yep. Somebody had a bad day for sure, people. Knocked the fence down, went over a 30-degree embankment, broke a pole in half. Sure they totaled their vehicle on that one, or at least bunged up the bottom of it. That sucks. Oh yeah, baby. Spoonage. Fancy pants spoonage. Oh my word. Definitely fancy pants spoonage. Look at that. My word. Nice old spoon right there, people. We got some lead in the hole. How about that? A lead rivet with like leather still in it. And it has a little design. Stars maybe? It's got a square hole in it. They punched that with a square nail probably. Yeah, lead rivet. Who would have thunk it? I've never found a lead rivet before. But I guess they make them because here it is. I'm looking right at it. Well, right next to this tree here, we just dug a finial. A beautiful brass finial. Boy, that was a screamer of a signal. That other house site, there was extreme lack of high tones. But there's some up here, but there's stuff from like the 40s and 50s up here, glass-wise. So I know this house was lived into much later, but this is at least like turn of the century right here. Well, folks, we found that other house site. I don't know what's wrong with people. It's gonna be 98 degrees today. Something like that, and they're all out here playing damn frisbee golf with umbrellas. I guess what's wrong with me, because I'm out here with nothing, baking in the damn sun. So yeah, we might have to pick a rainy, dreary day to come back here, because this place is definitely popping. Alrighty folks, well, we're not allowed to go in here, but this was the very first house ever built in this little town here. But the sad part about it, it was never finished. They started building it during the Civil War. And obviously, Civil War, some crap went a little crazy. So they never got this house finished. They did have a starter home somewhere, I think over here, but it was gone. They were living in that while they were building this. It took a lot longer to build a house back in the days, but 1863, and it was abandoned, and they finished it later, I believe around the 1880s. Took maybe 20 years or something like that. Don't quote me, I'm not a historian, but I believe that was the case here. So they laid most of this house up in the 1850s.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I mean 1863. God, idiot. Just look at the paper, it says it right here. 1863. They never finished it. Oldest home. We were driving through here, so I figured I'd show you. 1883, the earliest residence. So they started building it in 1863, and nobody moved in until 1883. That's what it used to look like. Here's what it looks now. Before, after. Before, after. They did a good job. That's the fella who built this house. Look at that hair. Good Lord. There's his pretty little wife. His wife and him. You think since it was Duval House, we'd be in Duval County, but you'd be wrong. I'll show you a little more over here. And before you ask, don't, because we're not allowed to metal detect here. Not at all. So do not ask. Cistern out back. Beautiful, beautiful piece of property. Here it is. Cistern from the 1930s. You got your well right out the back door. I'm sure there was a privy somewhere right around in here in the back. Beautiful. You don't see too many houses from the 1860s in Florida, at least central Florida. Beautiful, folks. Huh. Hand cut all this stuff. The original stone step. Here's one of the original steps. Another original brick. A bunch of old brick and glass and pottery all over the place. Beautiful. Hand cut boards, I'm assuming. assuming this is the original and it's added on right there. Hope you enjoyed this little piece of history. Rock pile.
And there are piles of rocks outside of our tent.
We're obviously not wanted here, so
Okay.
let's get the hell out.
You're bored when you were a kid? Your dad used to make you pile up rocks and then unpile them. Yeah. Who's with me? Dig a hole, fill it back in, and dig it on up if you're still bored. Alrighty, folks, we're gonna do a roundup here for our goodies, somewhat goodies for the day. Somebody definitely hammered that house site down there, but we got a new one. But we got ran off by the Frisbee golfers, so we'll be back. Plus, it's gonna be like 100 today. Railroad spike, extract, casing, that's not a bullet, it's a lead piece of something. Add level measure of salt to water. Our overall button, our 10 back flap button with Mortis Baltimore with a shield and an anchor on it. We got our lead rivet, a copper pipe. I broke our pocket knife piece. We got a finial thing. We got a cut piece of pipe, our fancy schmancy spoon. Very, very fancy. Some purple glass. This was up on that hill, I believe. Shotgun shells. Pieces of pottery, a little copper piece with a rivet in it, and then there's the junk. So a little more junk than good finds. Oh yeah, Roos here. That's Steph. Zinkin. This is a weird looking lead piece, carved lead, little earring, and a cufflink. Both pieces of it. How about that? Not too shabby. Too bad this place was hammered, but we got a new house site to go to. Thank you all for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed.